some people just go through really difficult times. And during those difficult times, they make bad decisions that are going to impact them in a significant way. In today's budget bestie, this person has managed to rack up £33,000 worth of debt in their 20s, and now that they're in their 30s, they have to face up to what they're doing, and it's not going to be fun. Hi guys, girls, non-binary pals, welcome to Budget with Ira. My name is Ira, and on this channel we talk about budgeting, paying down debt and saving up for the life that you truly deserve. If that sounds like something you'd like to watch, please consider subscribing to the channel because we do have a lot of fun over here, bestie. We really do. In today's video, we're continuing my series called Budget Bestie. Budget Bestie is a series where people anonymously submit their budgets to me. I take a look at them and see what I might do if I was in their situation. This is not financial advice. However, sometimes I can just share what I might do in their situation, but the real knowledge comes from the comment section down below. In last week's video, a lot of people think that I got it wrong, and after reading the comments, I kind of agree with you, but I think I've done a very good job of today's one. So I think we need to take a look at this because this one's going to be a fun one, bestie. So in today's video, we've got this, and what is their main financial goal? It is to pay off debt and buy a house. So we know that their biggest financial issue is that they have a 33k loan to pay off like a ton of debt. So there's that. They do have a significantly higher than average income, and they've got an additional stream as well. So we will be playing around with a lot of money. So there is debt, there's a student loan. We will be looking at that as well, but it's really easy. But what I'd like to do is just share with you the scenario, because I think this is one that not many people can really relate to, but let's talk about it. So I'm 30, I have a good job, and I live with family. They don't know about this debt, and I've accumulated through reckless behaviour in my late 20s at a very depressing time. I've started to make changes, hence selling my car and starting to save, but I'm overwhelmed by the debt and I just want my own place and a car. I've almost paid off my student loan. I'm trying to budget, and I've just purchased some cash stuffing binders and envelopes after following your content. I want to save for my own house so I can gain independence, but I'm scared that I can't manage without it now that I've spent it in my 20s. It was a dark place and was doing anything to make myself happy. I've got a good job and I've worked so hard for it, so it's only recently that I've started to earn well. I want a way out. Please help me with a perspective on how I can reduce my debt and get out of my own. Thank you. So I'm going to say this towards the end of the video that this budget was easy, because sometimes we do budget besties and we're working with not very much money and we're really trying to get out of a difficult place. But this person, you'll soon see, has the opportunity to throw thousands at debt, and it's a very enviable position for a lot of people. But I just want to show what best case scenario might look for this person if they're really serious about getting out of debt and making stuff happen. So I think it's time that we take a look at this, because we've got a lot of money to pay with Bestie, so let's go spend this person's money. Okay, we're here today to do another budget bestie, and today we are doing one with very small bills and outgoings and stuff like that, but I'm still want to use this one because I'm still in love with it. This is the A4 Paycheck Bill Tracker Pad. It has 25 sheets on it. Really good if you like to play around with your budget and do all sorts of stuff, but we're using this one today just because I'm still in love with it. So I'm just going to tilt it so I can use it a little bit better, and yeah, hope you can see it. Starting with income, this person has already indicated that they do earn quite well. They worked really hard, and their salary every month is 3460. They also have an additional income as well, which is super smart, where they get about £100 a month. So altogether it's 3560. So we're not going to find a load of bills here because they live at home and that sort of stuff. So the first one is their dog food, and I'm just rifling through papers through the side just so I can tell you what they say. So it's dog food, which is £240 per month. Now that might sound a lot, but they say that the dog has IBD, so a hydrolyzed diet is the cheapest I can get it. Vet diet, Purina, HA wet and dry. So that's what the dog needs, and that's what the dog's gonna get. So even if the salary wasn't as good as it is, this is what the dog needs, so that's what it needs, so that's what it'll get, is how I see it. We never should try and make our pets suffer just because we figure out a way, right? So phone is £45. Internet, probably for the home, is £27, which is quite good. Then they do charity, which is £115. So this person really is a dog lover. They do £150 to dogs in India. Now, if we were in a different space where the income was considerably less, I would consider not paying as much as that. But this seems like it's important to that person, so I'm not actually going to mess with any bills at all. So I'm going to leave that there. However, some people might argue that having that extra £100 might be really, really handy. We have subscriptions next, which is Netflix and something else subscriptions, and that's 20, and that is this whole person's bills. So that comes up to £447 per month, which leaves them with 3,113. So they do have like some envelopes. So first of all, they have groceries there, and they like to give themselves £250 a month, and that is just for them. Then they have like lunches at work, which is £100. Then they do weekend fun, which is sort of like social, so weekend fun, and they budget £120 for that. And then they give themselves spending money, so spending money, which is £100 per month. So that comes up to 570, which leaves them with 2,543. So they've only listed 2 sinking funds. So the first one is beauty, which they put £20 per month into, and then they have a TV license. There's like £40 every 2 months that they pay, so £20 a month. I don't know why they do it that way, but they do. That comes up to £40, which leaves them with 2,503. So then they have their debt here. So let's look at that. They have a loan, which is the thing that they haven't told their parents about or anything like that. That's minimum £505 per month. And then they have a student loan here. So student loan. So the good thing about that student loan is there's 2 payments left. So it's £262 this month and next month, and then it's gone. So this comes up to 767, and they're left with 1736. So their sort of a buffer, or what they're putting into savings, is considerable, 1736. But they're here because they want to have another pair of eyes on their budget. So obviously we're bringing out the yellow pen. I know you guys moaned about it last time, but I think I found a good yellow pen that you'll be able to see. So as I said, income is great. Bills are what they are. I wouldn't really do anything with it. If it were me, I probably wouldn't pay as much to charity if I was in this situation, but people are wired differently. So I am going to make some differences in this envelope section here. So I believe that £250 is probably what a family would pay. I would restrict myself to £200. I would also get rid of this lunches category and do it from within there. Because it seems a lot. £350 for one person for food is a lot. Weekend fund is good. Spending, I would change. I'd give myself £160. That gives us £40 per week, and then we can use a bit of our groceries money and a bit of spending money to make that lunches happen. But we can probably bring from home and stuff like that. I see no reason to spend £350 as a single person on food. It seems ridiculous, but that's just me. They did say that they have got rid of their car, so we may have a need for travel. So I put £100 in there for now, but it might be something different. So this comes up to 460. It's not a massive difference, but that's just the way that I would probably structure it. And we're now left with 2653. So I would do some additional sinking funds. I do think beauty and TV, £20, if that works for you, that's all good. But you're going to find yourself, if you don't budget for things like birthdays and Christmas, you're going to find yourself dipping into stuff. So birthdays, Christmas, clothing, you sound like a young person, so you'll probably want to do that. And then I would definitely start building an emergency fund because you're in a very enviable position to be able to do that. So for the birthday, Christmas and clothing, I'd go for £20 per month, and for the emergency fund I'd do at least £100. So that's £200 now, which leaves you with 2453, right? So we are now into the debt and savings section here. I would be looking to do an overpayment here because what we're saying is our priority is to get rid of debt, then save up for a house. So there's a couple ways to do this, and I'll show both ways that I would consider, but I'd definitely be doing an overpayment of 1,633, which then means that we're putting £2,400 per month to debt, which leaves us with a buffer of 53. Now, I believe someone who lives at home doesn't have a lot of emergencies, and they're saving up for emergencies as well. So I believe someone living at home can survive with a buffer of £53. If you were out alone, I wouldn't do that small, but you're in an enviable position to be able to do that. So let's tear this off and let's look at what a debt repayment plan might look like. So first of all, we've got student loan, and this kind of doesn't really need to be in there. So what they owe on that is £524, but their minimum is 262. So by the time they paid that twice, it's gone in 2 months. So I'm not even going to consider that. What I'll do is I'll talk about what paying off the loan would look like once this student loan payment's gone, right? So loan is 33k. It's at 7%. So if we start considering it after this 2 months has gone, when there's no way it's going to be 524. Well, it might be actually, but I'm happy to figure it out without the interest, right? So 33k, our minimum is 505. Then when we add on the 262 that we would normally be paying to student loan, but aren't anymore because it's gone. And then when we add on the 1633, which is our overpayment from here, right? So when we pay the 1633, that means that we have a minimum payment of 2,400 per month, right? If we throw that £2,400 per month at it, that means that in 14 months, so 1 year, 2 months, 33k is gone, right? That is absolutely wild and incredible. But we've got an or, because this person has options. So if we remember what they said, they recently sold their car. Okay, so they've actually got 18k in savings, right? So what they could do is their loan is 33k. If they took 18k, they just paid off a chunk of it, 18k, that now means that their loan is 15k. So when they pay 2,400 per month with that, that means that it's gone in 7 months. Now, some people may prefer to do it like that, or they may prefer to pay it off slower. It's still fast, but slower, and then this 18k will accrue interest in the meantime. Yeah, so there's 2 ways to do it. They're both super fast because this person has so much expendable income, right? So that's what I would do. I don't know which option I would go for, but I would be looking at that. So let's talk about the world where the debt is gone. So whether it's gone in 18 months, 2 years, 7 months, whatever it is, say we're looking to save up a deposit for a house. Say we want to do a 5% and save up 20k. If we are then saving 2,400, exactly what we were putting to debt. If we were doing 2,400 per month, it'd take us 9 months to save up 20k. If we wanted to do 40k, which would probably be something like a 10%, something like that, we would do that in less than 18 months. So it's not all doom and gloom. So I think if this person followed this structure, gave themselves a bit of travel money, were a bit kinder than themselves with spending, and thought a bit more about the future with the sinking funds, and really ploughed all of their energy and effort into their debt, they've got a chance of becoming debt-free in either 7 months or 14 months. Now, is it a risk to get rid of this 18k, plow it into that debt? It'll probably feel like a massive weight lifted off the shoulders, and in 7 months time that whole debt will be gone. But do they play the long game and pay it off in 14 months and then they've already got 18k ready to go? So if they paid it off in 14 months, they would only need to save up 2 grand, and then they'd have the first 20k already. So there's so many ways for this person to save up, but once they have paid off that debt, it really, really unlocks their life and makes it really, really good. They could even go the other way and only pay the minimum amount and save up all of that money to go towards a home. So there's loads of ways, but I'd love to know down in the comments down below which way you'd go. Like, there's so many options available once you become debt free, and this is a very, very lovely income for someone to have. And it was a joy to do this budget because it wasn't difficult. Hi guys, gals and non-bypass, thank you so much for getting through to the end of the video. You know I love it when you get through to the end of the video. Please give this video some love, make sure you like, comment, share and subscribe, and if you are going to comment, please use this emoji. What would you do in this person's scenario? Would you do the pay off debt over 18 months with £2,400, or would you use that money that they got from selling their car and pay off their debt loads quicker and then be able to put their money towards a home? Or would you do a different way round? Like, I'd love to know what you would do, because it's what do you do? What do you do? Because it's not easy. I think if it was my money, I'd know I'd want to get rid of the debt. I'd know I would, and I'd just build that saving back up. I know that that's what I would do, but that's not always the right decision for everybody. So I'd love to know down in the comments down below what you would do. Thank you so much for getting here, but an extra special thank you to the channel members and the patrons who make all of this possible. I truly mean it when I say without you, I would not be here. Patrons get exclusive content, sneak peeks and significant discounts off my Etsy store. So if you'd like to join them and support me over on Patreon, please take a look at the link in the description. You will not regret it, bestie. That's all we have for this week. So until next week's budget, bestie, I would like you to have a wonderful day, have a wonderful week and have a wonderful budget. Always remember, don't trust Ira. And bestie, I'll see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.